So, hello everyone. We are back with the Subspace Energy Hub podcast episodes. As usually, we are trying to record this episode in various interesting locations. So this time we are in Finland and specifically at Normet Group factory here in Iisalmi. So after we had a very interesting tour with the Subspace Energy Hub representatives, but also under the guidance of Normet people, we are here to talk a bit more about Normet products and manufacturing processes since we are at the manufacturing place. So I'm very happy to be speaking today with two of Normet representatives, Toni and Timo. Toni is the product line director of sprayed concrete, and Timo, who is the manager of technology implementation, and they will both be sharing some insights about the whole manufacturing process of Normet machinery and BEVs. So I will first start with Toni. Both of you, thank you very much for your time and for leaving your other tasks at the moment and talking to us. Toni, Normet has been at the forefront of electrification for underground operations for quite a while. You started back in 2012, I think, with doing feasibility studies and then moving totally to BEV production. And ever since, it has been continuing. So why has Normet invested so much time and resources in targeting zero emissions? And it's one of the pioneers of the BEVs.
Yes, thank you for asking us to join with you for this podcast. Normet has been working in underground for over 60 years, and we are very well aware what is happening underground. And we know that how harsh and difficult the conditions are underground. There are a lot of diesel fumes, it's very hot, and the humidity is high. It's a difficult place to work in most cases. And by having the BEVs, we can reduce a lot of these things. So we are producing less heat, there will be no diesel fumes, and it will be less vibrations. There are so many benefits to use the BEV platform that we saw this big picture for very early, like you mentioned, since 2012. So we saw that with this we can really achieve some benefits for mine and tunnel site. So for example, we can have less ventilation. It's better for the operators to work there and such. So those are the main things.
Okay, so you generally started shifting to BEVs after 2012. And now I wanted to ask Timo, maybe. We had the factory tour and we saw different stages of vehicle production. And I wanted to ask you, could you walk us through some of the key processes involved in manufacturing Normet BEVs, and how do you ensure quality and safety in each of these processes? I saw you were very careful with all the personal protection equipment, but also like the different locations in the factory had different kind of attention on this regard, but maybe you can shed some more light on this specific topic. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So there is no short answer to that question, but keeping that as short as possible, our products at Normet, they are all modular. Not only the hardware, but also software, those are modular. And when we do the machine, not just metal structures or electrics or hydraulics, also the software comes with the same aspect. We build the functionalities for each applications, and for the BEV we also make the module for the functionality. And in the software side, it means that the same module is used in all our machines, not just one machine that we can see here, but all the offering that we have share the same functionalities and same safety. And that is the point of operation, of course. But when it comes to the production, we utilize the same modular safety in our production the way that we start from the components and our suppliers. We need to ensure that the components that we receive in our production are already tested for use for us. So we don't need to care too much about the functions and safety of these components. So batteries, for example, they are tested in our battery supplier site. So we know that when we receive those batteries, they are ready to be assembled to our machine. But also we do the second tests ourselves just to ensure that when the long process of manufacturing is done, there is no hiccups in the production. So we check that everything is okay and then put everything back.
Well, Normet has been known and is known to be have a very good reputation about the production of BEVs, and has been known for using for being at the top of technology advancement and using the latest word of technology out there. But what makes Normet BEVs so unique, in your opinion, and from your experience of working for over 10 years now, right?
Yeah, correct. So, as I explained already, the modular structures that we have everywhere there, I believe strongly that is the thing that makes us unique. We can utilize things that we have invented multiple times and make sure that the same results comes from every new application and make systems working and safe.
Okay. To be more specific, maybe about the latest word of technology, but also to switch a bit and get more in detail about the battery technology that you're using. How does Normet battery technology stand out in the underground operations? What measures are taken to enable and ensure optimal performance in terms of lifetime of the battery, but also efficiency in charging infrastructures and in remote areas?
Yeah, our choice for batteries is made the way that it enables fast charging. So we don't need the battery swapping, for example, and it also makes possible to utilize opportunity charging, which is very important for the utility vehicles work cycle. So we can utilize all the waiting times there for charging the battery where it is needed.
Okay, and in terms of safety?
Yeah, safety is also like number one in underground work and at Normet values, and battery selection is no exception.
Yeah,
we have
it's
selected the most safe chemistries that we can use.
As it has to be. Okay, now I have another question for Tony. We also, during our tour, we also visited the spraying test hole, the tunnel that you have here in the factory where you do the initial spraying testing. And I wanted to know if you could explain a bit more about what are the benefits of using BEVs and bringing BEVs to concrete spraying. Maybe how the whole integration of BEVs in concrete spraying is done. So yeah, we can get some insights on that.
Yeah, I think it's like a natural next step with the sprayers, because already earlier, in most cases, the process is already driven by the electric grid. So usually the sprayer is plugged into the grid while it's doing the spraying process. And diesel was only used for driving the machine from one place to another. And now we can do that driving with the batteries and utilize this electric power there. And of course there are some sites where they are also driving the process with the diesel, and for that we have also possibility to spray with the battery energy as well. So that is one good benefit from the BEVs. So we can drive the full process if needed.
Okay. Now going back to the collaboration also with the Subspace Energy Hub, we both share the same vision, but also goal of decarbonization and sustainability. We put that as a priority in the first place. So I wanted to know, from a factory and production perspective, how does Normet incorporate sustainability into its factory processes? And are there specific measures you have implemented in production to minimize environmental impact, but also to maximize the benefits of the BEVs?
So Normet has agreed or is committed to this energy agreement with the companies in Finland, that we are reducing our energy consumption yearly and are acting according to that agreement. And this has been very fruitful during the last years.
Okay, we're closely coming to the end of our conversation. And then lastly, but not least important, as we said, Normet is in the forefront and is one of the pioneers of transitioning to BEVs and starting production of BEVs. And I believe it's on the forefront of the innovation for the BEVs. And as the industry evolves, where do you see the future of BEVs in underground operations? And how is Normet preparing for the future trends in this industry and in underground operations?
Yeah, so we think that the benefits are so good with the BEVs because of having less heat, less vibrations, less diesel fumes or no DPMs at all underground. So customers can reduce the amount of needed ventilation and all such. So the future is definitely looking good and world is changing towards the BEVs.
Yeah, we're actually closely working together with the Subspace Energy Hub to be able to support this process and transition as much as we can with our platform, with our collaborations, events, education we do about the BEVs jointly with Normet. So Toni and Timo, thank you very much for your time. It's been quite an experience to be here today, to visit the factory in person here in Finland. And we look forward to continue and strengthen our collaboration between the Subspace Energy Hub and Normet. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And hopefully we will meet soon in other future events. Thank you.